told you the next project wouldn't take 8 months. As the title suggests, these are just some of the highlights from the stream I did on my birthday. But before we get into all that, I need to explain a few things. Firstly, and probably most importantly, there is no attempt at making any sort of sense or narrative. Computers are just rocks we taught to think. These are just moments that I thought were funny, cobbled together to make a video. Which is why I divided into 2 sections: deep dive video analysis and gameplay highlights. So if you're here for one and not the other, they're easy to find. And if you want context to anything, the VOD is also up on the channel. Secondly, I want to apologize for any of the audio problems throughout. This is my first time playing around with OBS, so there may be things like peaking, double speak, or imbalanced audio between the clips. Thirdly, normally I wouldn't advertise this kind of thing, but I want to make 2 specific shoutouts. The music you hear throughout this video was provided by 3 people: Nico Santos, Lily Pichu, and Senpai Records. So if you're interested in anything you hear, or just looking for more DMCA free music, I highly recommend going to check them all out. Also, I've recently made an Instagram and TikTok to coincide with my Twitter, so if you want to follow me on any of them, you can get more of me without the months in between. With that being said, enjoy the video. Look at that, huh? Pretty cool, right? The first thing that I've got going on is I have a custom code written, which basically says, hey, I want you to take information from a specific place, and I want you to display that information depending on whether or not my volume is active. And so if the volume is active, you can see that my character, in air quotes, is moving, but if I stop speaking, my character doesn't move. Yes, next time it will be a female anime avatar with big titties. That is my goal. I will become the next popular VTuber with the big titties. My creative process is very much like, I have an idea. How do I backtrack to make this particular thing? Because a lot of my, like I said before, a lot of my ideas are self-taught. So trying to kind of backtrack to make certain things is kind of the fun of making videos, because something like the goose animation at the very end was something that I had made up a little bit. It was kind of just like a very spur of the moment thing. And so I was like, okay, cool. I want to have this goose have like a nice segue between the different sections of the video. So how do I do that? Oh, I can have the goose mess with things. Then it was a step further of, what if the goose messed with a lot of things in the video? So for those of you who want to go back and watch the video, the goose appears 3 separate times throughout the video. If you can find them, good for you. The initial idea with this video was to make high quality stream elements and like make those kinds of things. And then the idea transitioned to, shit, they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to talk to Buffy about getting global partner. So pivot, still make Buffy stream elements, but in a very kind of DLive centered manner. Because initially, all of the elements that I had made, so for example, like the Tims, the Goose, the Spider-Man image, it's like all the elements that you saw on screen especially at the very end, like all this stuff, all of them were meant to be like just simple donation amounts for Buffy. Like, that's why they're called Buffy Lemons, Buffy Ninjagini, Buffy Diamond. But basically, that was the whole premise of it. And in earlier drafts of the script, I talked about how, like, I wanted to capture the energy of certain things. I wanted to be much more high profile, those kinds of things. But then Buffy stopped streaming on or mentioned he wanted to stop streaming on DLive, so I was like, okay, pivot again, just talk about the kind of hell that you went through for making After Effects and making assets. Something else I experimented a lot in this video was moving a lot with layers and trying to make this video feel much more organic in terms of its flow. With the Astro Kitty video, my friend mentioned this before, but with the Astro Kitty video, there was much more of a logical script in the sense that I could really kind of clearly explain my ideas and really try to lay things out. And there was a very kind of clear beginning, middle, and end. But with this video, each of the elements is kind of their own individual story, and it's very much reflected in the storytelling of it, because obviously you have clear transitions between different scenes, but they're very kind of self-contained. It's a lot harder to make that more of a succinct story. But the reason this applies to layers and filters is because I wanted to try and layer things together to make it feel much more like it's very much a hard cut here between the stock footage that I have and then working on the Tims. But because your attention as an audience member is drawn to what's presented on screen, when it transitions to the next thing, you're still paying attention to this, but then your brain is primed to think, oh, there's something in the background. I should pay attention to what's also in the background. Fun fact, actually, about this, I can go in a little bit more detail. I had to move like 90% of the stuff off my desk because I tried to organize everything to make it look like it was a proper desk, but I couldn't get the shots right because my computer screens were in the way, the stream deck was in the way, like all the other stuff on my desk was in the way, so I had to move everything out of the way to make it look much more kind of organic with it. Rocks are just rocks, Jesus Christ. Computers are just rocks we taught to think, and so by giving it very specific parameters of I only want you to exist in this particular way, it makes things so much easier. If you're wondering how I figured this out, Google. 90% of the ways that I figure things out is through Google. Either through, like, just literally me Googling, hey, how do I do this? Or basically reverse engineering a solution, which is the most backwards way of doing it, but it's the way that I mostly solve problems, and it's the way I love it. That didn't work, and I spent 2 hours being frustrated at Photoshop for no reason. So I had to go through every single section of the video and blur out every single section of the video, which, if you know anything about After Effects, shouldn't make any sense, because the text itself is above the actual video that you're watching. So what I did was I just made a bunch of opacity masks that outline the actual night health bar. Fun behind the scenes detail, since we're talking about the night stuff. I deadass made a whole, like, particle effect for him, in the sense that when he charges up, he has this whole particle effect going behind him, but I couldn't animate it properly because the cape itself is animated with a flutter effect that I have in After Effects, or that I use from After Effects, which gives it this cool kind of flutter effect that you see on screen, but I couldn't animate them with the actual, like, pulses of the energy itself, so I just ended up animating the cape instead. Fun fact for this particular stream, or for this particular video, I sent Zizzle a message saying, for totally non-suspicious reasons, if you had to pick a clip that encapsulated you, your channel, and the general vibes of your streams, what would it be? And he sent me this dab clip. This isn't something I went searching for. This is something that Zizzle actively gave me as a culmination of this is who Zizzle thinks he is, and this is who Zizzle is as a person, which I think is just beautiful. I ended up making this chair asset for the stream initially, and then I was like, okay, cool. What can I do with it? And then I was like, wait, what if I have this little thing where I'm talking about elements, then I have the chair appear, and then kind of appear and disappear to basically kind of encapsulate the point of the element. I think this sprite reanimation process took me, I kid you not, like a month. Because what you don't see in the background, or what you see is in, like, these certain videos, is that I literally took the sprites, which you can get online. You can just take the sprites for Spider-Man in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I reanimated them. I kid you not. I just cut out each individual one, turned them into a green screen effect, keyed them out, and turned them back into an animation, which was so time-consuming and so tedious, and I'm sure there's a different way to do it, but by God, it looks really cool, and I liked it a lot. I wrote, recorded, and edited the conclusion in one day. I was hyped up on so much caffeine that I woke up at like 2 in the morning, and I was like, I gotta get this done. Yeah, I made it in a day. It was kind of weird. Again, like, it's one of those things where if I'm very motivated on something, or if I have an idea and I really want to make it, I hyper focus on it, and it's I wouldn't say easier for me to make, but it's something that I like to make. Or I can kind of explain what's going on with the starting soon screen. Basically, it's just a 5-minute video that I put on a loop. It's a combination of videos that you have seen and videos you have not seen. So if you're interested in any of the videos that you haven't seen, stick around and find out. Watch the subscribe to my channel, and maybe you'll see some of the other stuff you can see. And if you can identify what the videos are, like, good on you, honestly, because it's a lot of stuff to see. But you know, just kind of see. But yeah, I mean, the kind of mobility that you can get off in this game is kind of insane, in the sense that, like, you can, like, just fly around and just do a bunch of cool shit, and just... there we go. last grenade in the pouch. There we go. You basically just shoot those lock-on missiles to anybody, and it does an insane amount of damage. It's ridiculous, honestly. Oh god. Why would you eject? I just gave you a battery! God damn it, Silky. Kuma, I just saw what you put in chat. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know. Please never call me that ever again. Much like how Candy said step random and step bro to me. Please never call me that ever again. I am scared. I am terrified. Just stop. Although if you do want to hire me out on egirl.gg, you can find my profile in my description. Now, whether or not that was a joke is up for you to decide. I don't know where you're from, Kenny, in terms of whether or not you found this on YouTube Live, or someone told you to watch this idiot play video games for a while, but I appreciate you being welcome. Well, I am an adult human being who can comprehend... Fuck! I can speak English. I know what I'm doing, I swear. English is my first language. God damn it. My brain doesn't work sometimes, and I need to reset by screaming. God. Oh god. We are hiding. We are hiding right here. We're hiding. We're hiding. Although I don't think I've ever heard the good news bears before. So I guess all news is bad news. I'm gonna die here if I'm not careful. I am so dead. How am I not dead? How am I not dead? Cool. Oh god, that's another Titan. Why are there so many? Why are there so many Titans? That was all planned. I swear. It was a tactical reset. As Buffy would say, it was a tactical reset. All right. Let's switch over to the softball for a little bit, just so I don't look like a complete ponce. Is that how you use? Oh, use that word. Oh god, no! Ooh, oh god. Okay. You couldn't tell, but I was like physically leaning away from the microphone to try to avoid that. those Legion bullets, which is not not logical in any way, shape, or form, but we're working with it because the EPG is like an energy-based. Eat my boot, asshole! Depending on what kind of equipment you're equipping. Those are words. Those are sentences. I can speak clearly because I'm a functioning human being, and I'm not an endoskeleton in a meat suit. Simply speaking to you over the power of the internet. Did you get this? Oh god. Am I gonna get this? Or am I gonna miss all my shots? Here. Oh god. We're running away. Just kidding. We're back. Just kidding. We're back. Nope. Just kidding. We're out of here. Just kidding. We're back.
That's how you correctly say Hanzo's ultimate phrase.
Ryugo Akatiko Kuro! Or whatever the fuck Genji says.
That is not how you say Hanzo's ultimate phrase, but according to some fucking people it is.
Welcome to Earth. Don't know why I said that. It was the immediately came to my mind. I was like, welcome to Earth. I'm a fully functioning adult who can speak well and do things. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on telling a story and also like not die at the same time. It's difficult. If you couldn't tell. Okay, now I gotta ask: is it like slay, as in like just SLAY, or is it like slay girl, like with like the hand gesture and everything? I'm gonna try and okay, he's locked onto me, which is not good. I'm gonna back out here. Because I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. But I'm taking multiple damage from multiple sources, which is not great. Oh, this is perfect. Strafe, bitch! Eat my missiles! You couldn't see it there, but I did a fist pump because I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Hit him, which is good. Question is, am I gonna be able to... That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. We up, boyo. Kapoya kasha! I'm back at it. Like Eminem. That's a different Titan. I thought he was still there. I thought he was still there. Why am I climbing on this? No! If it's a wish per shot, then I will tell you my first wish. And I will keep my second wish to myself. My first wish is the same wish I make every year. I'm not superstitious in any way. I mean, I kind of am. Like I believe in magic, and I believe in like certain things. But my birthday wish is the same wish I have every year, which is that if birthday magic is real and I'm allowed to make at least one wish, I just want everyone to be happy. Like when I blow out the candle, I think of everyone in my life. Not even just this past year, but in general, like people who have supported me, people who have just shown love to me and just who care about me, and just to hope that they're happy. It might be something as small as like, finding $20 in their pocket, or just something as big as like, finding, their partner. All right. That being said, I think I'm going to end. Like I said, the VOD will be up on stream. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble about a bunch of different stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all later. Have a very good night, and in the words of Bill and Ted, be excellent. Party on.